How do you rate with your client? In fact, what does your client think of you? And perhaps even more important, how do you know what your client thinks of you? Well, let me suggest several ways that you might find out. First, take a look at how fast your client pays you. Does your client pay you within 30 days? Does your client stretch you out to 180 days, which violates the terms of your engagement agreement? Because I'm sure all your engagement agreements call for payment within 30 days. So speed of payment is one way to calculate how much respect, how much care for you the client has. Another alternative, how many referrals has your client sent to you lately? Do they talk you up? Do they tout your skill, your service? Do they promote you to their colleagues and their friends? Thirdly, and perhaps the easiest to understand, is have you asked them? It's real simple. Just ask, how are we doing for you? Are you being well served by my staff and our associates? Is there something you'd like from us that we're not now doing for you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how are we doing? 10 being the best. Now, if you're up at 8 or 9 or even 10, obviously I wouldn't care. That's great. But if you're down at 4 or 5 or 6, boy, I would jump on that so fast and say, okay, Mr. or Ms. Client, what do we need to do in order to raise that? What do we need to do in order to improve your satisfaction with our service? Remember, we're talking here about service. We're not talking about the results. The results are beyond our control. In fact, oftentimes they're beyond the client's control, although many times it's the client who got himself into the pickle in the first place. But we're talking about service, not results. So take a look at how fast you get paid. Take a look at how many referrals you get from any given client. And enter into a dialogue with your client. Ask them what they think about the service they're receiving from you. That's perhaps the best indication of how well you're doing and how long you're going to retain that client. Thanks again for joining us.